Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And it's not just the power stations that are in trouble, but it's the Nuclear Energy Corporation of South Africa as well, or NECSA. And there are several reports coming out today that the entire board of NECSA have resigned because they have no confidence in the energy minister, Gwede Mantashe. And why would they? He's an ANC cadre. And I'll just give you a bit of meat to the bone here. The ongoing management changes at the Nuclear Energy Corporation of South Africa, or NECSA, took another turn yesterday when chairperson Rob Adam announced his resignation after barely 6 months in the job. Now, this is a white guy, okay? So when you start talking nuclear, you've got to be very, very careful. So you keep the ANC cadres out of it. And here's the danger. A NECSA spokesperson confirmed Adams' resignation, which had allegedly resulted from him not having enough time to devote to the country's only state-owned nuclear products company, given his other roles as managing director of the South African Radio Astronomy Observatory. Now, clearly, NECSA is far more important than what they're suggesting. This is a red herring. It's a load of shit. A NECSA spokesperson confirmed Adams' resignation, which had allegedly resulted from him not having enough time to vote to the country's only state-owned nuclear products company. NECSA conducts research and development in nuclear energy, radiation sciences, and technology. It is responsible for uranium enrichment and produces radioisotope medicines. The National Educational Health and Allied Workers Union last month held a picket to oppose 400 job cuts at NECSA and call for the resignation of the recently appointed NECSA board. Adam had been appointed after former Minister of Energy Jeff Radebe suspended the former chairperson, Dr. Kelvin Kem, along with the entire board. At the time, Radebe cited acts of defiance, ineptitude, and a failure to address the serious setbacks with the production of medical radioisotopes used in cancer treatment. Now, this is the ANC at work. Anything that has this kind of color skin it's like Jan van Riebeck. They are to blame. They are to blame. This is a BS coming out of the ANC. Anyway, let's continue. Dr. Kem, together with former NECSA chief executive Zili Chalani, is challenging Radebe's decision in court, Kem said today. He said NECSA had been one of the few profitable state-owned organizations in 2017, but Radebe had ignored all NECSA's plans to grow its nuclear radioisotope business, which is about selling to about 60 countries at the time. Kem said the minister had allegedly wanted to sell the business to a US company, while NECSA had been involved in developing a cooperative partnership agreement with the nuclear medicine division of a Russian group, Rosatom, for 2 years. Kem said Radebe had alleged that one of the reasons for his and the board's suspension was that they had allegedly worked with the Russian company without Radebe's approval. NECSA's facilities were shut down for some months last year due to safety and operational problems. NECSA spokesperson Untombegini Umtombeni said yesterday that all its operations at NECSA's facility in Pelindaba were in production. Now, I just have to say that, look, it's quite simple. The IQ factor, okay? When the kids in the block run out of options, they go running to the people who have got a higher IQ. I'm not going to say anything more than that. And they try and bring them in to try and get things back on track. Look at Eskom. But of course, officially, with ANC transformation of South Africa, it's got to be black economic empowerment. And this is where you have a huge conflict happening, because all the black trade union movements, when they see someone who's got a skin color that's not black being put in a position of power, it becomes a huge issue. This is the craziness of South Africa. It's imploding. It is totally imploding. It is so sad. I can't believe the shit that I'm reading. Okay, let's read some more. This is from the Citizen newspaper. The minister says the Energy Department is currently replenishing the board at NECSA, of which only 3 members reportedly remained, and if they wanted to leave, he would not stop them. Now, you know, when you're talking about nuclear energy, you're talking about something which is highly volatile. It's not like electricity and coal. We're talking about radiation. We're talking about a potential Chernobyl situation. Now imagine if that nuclear power station that they've got in the Cape had a Chernobyl type incident and the wind was blowing towards Cape Town. That could not happen with Medusi or any of these other power plants where it's coal and stuff like that. We're talking about an extremely volatile situation, and yet the ANC government seem to treat it as if like anything else, it's okay, we'll be right, even though everything is going pear-shaped. Let's read on. Energy experts and business intelligence MD Chris Yelland dropped a bombshell on Twitter on Wednesday morning, saying the entire board of the Nuclear Energy Corporation of South Africa, or NECSA, had tendered its resignation to Mineral Resources and Energy Ministry Gwede Mantashe. Yelland revealed that the 5 board members, including the chairperson, resigned due to the dysfunctional relationship between NECSA and Mantashe. This was due to his apparent unwillingness to address the deep financial problems facing NECSA, Yelland said. Now, you've got to understand that the ANC ministers are cleaning up all those billions of rand that are supposed to be being put out to all these different projects are just being subjugated into their back pockets through their mates. And that is what's happening in South Africa. And they have no understanding of the implication of things going pear-shaped with a nuclear or with a power station that's based on nuclear energy. The L factor, the logic factor, is missing in action. Anyway, getting back to this is where they talk the BS, okay? Mantashe, however, he's a minister, said he had not received any resignations from the board. The minister was attending a briefing session at the Bongsimbani Comprehensive School in Witbank, where he told NECSA that there was already no board, as there were only 3 members left, and that they had been accommodated. But if they wanted to leave, I won't stop them. This is the attitude of black privilege. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Mantashe said the Energy Department was currently replenishing the board and that the names identified on Tuesday to begin putting together a new NECSA board. He said, what we're doing in this department is to resuscitate governance and entities in the department and which have collapsed. So we are rebuilding it, and we are not rushing, we're not angry with anyone. We are quite steady and move step by step to rebuild governance in the department. If you don't have good governance, you're running a high financial and operational risk. There can be no financial performance if there's no good governance, he explained. Now, okay, no good governance? Well, guess what? His department is in chaos, and he is in charge. So that's when no good governance starts. And they are in charge of this nuclear power station. It is absolutely ridiculous. The once profitable state-owned enterprise under the previous board is now a financial wreck, asking Parliament for a 500 million rand bailout. Zuli Malabana, the head of legal at NECSA, said in October 2019, any decision made by this current board are unlawful. They are unlawfully appointed. They are unlawfully occupying their seats, and all decisions they make must be subject to review. This is apart from the fact that the board is incorrupt, lacks enough members to make up a quorum. Much of NECSA's current malaise is blamed on former Energy Minister Jeff Radebe. Zolani Masaleng, National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union, or NAHAWU, branch chair at NECSA, said last year that the current Jeff Radebe board and its executives had no credible solution to the crisis. All they're offering is lip service, endless excuses, blame game, and abdicating responsibility. Things are drifting to a costly disaster under their watch, Masaleng said. South Africa is the only country in history to have dismantled its nuclear weapons program in the run-up to democratic elections, but it continues to be able to produce nuclear power. NECSA exports radioisotopes that are used in medicine such as cancer treatment and performs research in the nuclear sector. Since taking over the Energy Department in Cyril Ramaphosa's their new cabinet, Radebe made a U-turn on South Africa's commitment to a nuclear energy deal with Russia, saying it would be too expensive. He also quickly signed a long-dated agreement with independent power producers in the renewable sector. And guess who that benefits? The family. This is a gangster state. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like the videos, please share this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.